Hey, everybody, welcome back to another video here on the Washington Football Maniacs YouTube channel. My name is Greg. I am your host of this podcast. Welcome, everybody. Hey, this podcast, of course, is about the Washington Commanders. Some still call them Redskins, and that's just fine with me. If you're down with that, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. When you do, also hit that notification bell so you won't miss any other video releases. So, the Washington Commanders had their rookie mini camp held just a couple of days ago, and a couple of surprises. I think, well, maybe not necessarily surprises. One, definitely a big surprise is the what was it, round 6 or 7? I believe it was round 7. That Corey Krosky Merritt was drafted in a steal. A lot of people feel like this is a steal for the Washington Commanders. He really impressed a lot of folks with his explosiveness. I know you're only sending him through, certain football drills and things like that, but he looked like he was taking advantage of his opportunity. It looks like a guy who's quite frankly upset that his senior year got robbed from him. And he looks like he's going to make some noise. I really, honestly, I feel like he's going to wind up being the number one running back. Now, that is a way, way too early prediction on my part. So let's see if it winds up being true. And then I apologize for the sliding in here. It's just it highlights my halo. Anyway, so Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, a lot of people were thinking we don't need any other running backs. We got Austin Eckler, we got B Rob. Of course, we've had Chris Rodriguez who comes in and puts in quality minutes, but we haven't really had what I consider that young, explosive running back who can just really like a home run hitter type of back. B Rob seems to be a little bit more of the bruiser in the middle, not quite the huge fullback type of bruiser that, like a Micah Allstott or something. He's not that. He's a true running back, halfback. But you've been waiting for him to have breakout year, and it just he hasn't been able to even hit 1,000 yards rushing yet. And we really feel like you need somebody who's going to come in there and make some noise. You've got to stop this guy. In today's NFL, the running back position is once again just as important as anything else. There for a while, a lot of people said, well, this is a quarterback driven league and running the football is just kind of an afterthought. It's all about, throwing the football around and scoring a bunch of points. And who cares about controlling the clock as long as you can, throw a 50 burger on the other team. Well, the NFL nowadays, if you noticed, who are the Super Bowl champions? The Philadelphia Eagles. Why are they Super Bowl champions? Because of Saquon Barkley. He's the biggest reason why that they are Super Bowl champions. And so, trying to stop him along with a running or a quarterback who can run, who had a plethora of receivers to throw to, things like that, a good tight end to throw to as well. It was a balanced offense. And that's ultimately, I don't care what era of football that you play in, it all comes down to the balance of the offense. And once again, the running back position is just as important as anything else. And so I think that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn got a steal of a pick for this. And let's see if that winds up ringing true. The other one to look at, of course, Gabe Taylor. Now, Gabe Taylor, of course, he's the younger brother of the late Sean Taylor, the late great Sean Taylor. And a lot of people are just, they are wanting him to succeed so badly, not just to make the team, but I think they truly want to see if this guy can be as explosive of a player as his older brother was. He looked, from the few clips that I saw, he looked pretty good out there doing the drills. He looked fast. I think one of the coaches commented on how fast he was. And so I'm really excited to see what Gabe Taylor can do. If he can make the team, that would be great. Would love to have, love to have someone from that Taylor family who plays that position, be able to make the team. And not only that, but being able to contribute some high quality minutes. It would be wonderful. I would love to see that. And I hope that that turns out to be something. I know a lot of fans our hearts will be broken if he winds up being someone who doesn't make the team or, gets cut but you gotta understand, um, his older brother, Sean Taylor, Gabe Taylor, doesn't always mean that because you're in the family that you're going to be just as good as your brother, your father, whoever it was that played football before you. Um, so we hope. I know I mentioned before. I hope the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. The funny thing is that for some reason, I was thinking earlier that this was Sean Taylor's son, and I probably even had mentioned that in podcasts, but I was very wrong. This is his younger brother, and I just I do hope that he's got as much talent as what his older brother did. Um, but I mean, he doesn't have to be a carbon clone of his older brother. I would love for that to be. I know a lot of fans would love to see him out there playing just like his older brother did. I mean, Sean was a generational guy. So that being said, you got two guys here that we're obviously going to have all eyes on. And Trey Amos as well. That's going to be another guy that we want to see what happens because that was another position of need that we felt we were lacking full depth and starter material in with the cornerback position there, and so those are three guys that I'm keeping my eyes on. But definitely, I'm keeping my eyes on our new running back. I want to see what he could do for us. And man, just get ready, man. I really feel that this team has improved. The offensive line has improved big time. So much so, I mean, we went and picked up another veteran, uh, Tyree Phillips, who signed after a tryout rookie minicamp. So, I mean, we're trying to make sure that we get quality depth on the offensive line. I think, at least on paper, it looks like the offensive line is solid. Looks like it is set. And especially when we get Cosme back healthy, man, that's going to be an offensive line to be reckoned with. And they need that because they're going against some tough defenses with some edge rushers that can really be disruptive. And so you got to be able to have that strong offensive line to counter that. So that's what the Commanders are doing this year. Obviously, next year, you'll probably look at them seeing if they can go and try to pick up some edge rushers themselves. But it was all about the offensive line, the backfield, and the secondary. And so I'm set, buddy. The Washington Commanders are set. Let's see what they do. Folks, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a share. And let me know in the comments what you would like to see from this channel. What content you would like for me to cover. And hey, I'm all about bringing you guys what you want to see. And that said, I will see you in the next one. Take care.